Hello everyone out there in YouTube land, my name is Will, this is Will of the Nerds, and we're back with another deck tech video. And we did white, blue, black artifact deck last time, and this time we are doing a wolf deck, so we're just going to call it Wolves. Wolves. Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, that's correct. Can confirm. Had to look it up. Got it. All right. And as the usual, we will go through the mana base. This is a... I was going to say white-green. It is a red-green deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 forests, and we have 4 timber gorges because it just kind of fits with the wolves, with the wolf theme. I would like to get lands that are like that just kind of match the theme for everything, but I would have to do a little bit of research on it, and I don't feel like doing that because I am lazy. So now we can look at the cards, and I don't know if these are in any kind of order or not, because I know I've added to it and taken from it a few times and changed things around, so okay, it's fairly good. Okay, the first one is Night Pack Ambusher. So let's look that up. Night Pack Ambusher for a 2 of, and they're both foil. And I don't know if there's a way to show that. Are they M20? They are M20. I thought there was a way to show if it was foil or not. That increases the amount. Move card. I'm not worried about it. Comment, don't need to comment on it. It's a card. Flash. Other wolves and werewolves you control get a +1/+1. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast a spell this turn, create a wolf creature token. I have a few more of these. I would probably put a playset in it. That way, chances are you're going to end up with a wolf at the end of every turn, if not more. And it's going to get a little buff from it. So I would probably play with a playset of it in here. There's a couple cards you could probably take out that you don't need to be in here. This one is worth keeping in here, though, if you ask me. Just because there's no flying stuff in here. So you're going to need Plummet. I have 3 of them in here. They're all over the place. But I have 2 from M14, so that's where we will go. It destroys target flying creature. Target creature with flying. It's there. There you go. And next we have a Planeswalker. I had her in here, or I had a few of her, and I think I got rid of them. And then I read the card, and I was like, okay, it's worth keeping her now. So I think I ended up picking up a couple, or I ended up getting one, and I picked up another one. I think it was real cheap. These ones aren't very expensive, but oh yeah, I do want these Japanese alternate art ones so bad. They're the only cards I want in the alternate art form for like the Japanese art. I don't care about excuse me, I don't care about the new borders and stuff like that. I just want the Japanese War of the Spark alternate arts. I have a couple of them, but I don't have her. Alright, it's not promo, so I'm assuming it's that. Let's take a look and see what she does. Each creature you control that's a wolf or a werewolf enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And you -2 her, create a 2/2 wolf creature token. So you can do that 3 times before she only has 1 left, and then she's just kind of hanging out there being useless. I don't get why she has an uneven thing. You might as well should have just made it 6 or 8. That way they can just die instead of just being there and being annoying, because it's not like you can block with them. I get that there's cards that I think add counters to your Planeswalkers and stuff, like +1s, but chances are you're going to play with more than one of them in your deck, so that's some R&D that's got past Magic or Wizards of the Coast. Scala Wolf, which it's the whole thing. From what my friend was telling me, it seems like they do a lot of play testing and R&D on MTG Arena, and if it doesn't work on MTG Arena, that's where they ban it, and then they fix it for the actual print release, which is stupid in my opinion, and it's MTG Arena is a whole thing. When this enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a green card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So it's kind of basically pseudo card draw. It gets you a card that you need. Hopefully it's within the top 5, and hopefully it's going to be green. If not, then at least they go to the bottom of the deck, and hopefully the next card you draw is going to be what you need. Alright, next we have Witch Stalker. There you are. For a 2 of, you're from M14. Is that the only set you're from? That is the only set you're from. What do you do? Hexproof. Whenever an opponent casts a blue or black spell during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's a weird looking wolf, but hey, it buffs it if somebody wants to play some shenanigans on your turn, which is nice. Alright, I thought I had a couple more of these in here too, but I might have taken them out. We have Silver Fur Partisan. Boop a boop. 2 of. It's in the S's. Shadows over Innistrad, which this might get updated because they're coming out with a new block for Innistrad. I think one has to do with vampires and the other one has to do with like wolves and werewolves. So this deck might end up getting updated by the end of the year. Okay, so this has Trample. Whenever a wolf or a werewolf you control becomes the target of an instant or sorcery spell, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token on the battlefield. He's basically out here as a defense if somebody wants to pull some shenanigans. So if I play something and they want to destroy it, at least I get a creature out of it. Even if it's not going to be as big as the one I have, at least I'm getting something out of it. Okay, and this one I've messed around with a bit. I've had 2 in here. I've had 4 in here. I think I've taken them out at a time. So this one's Timber Pack. Yeah, Timber Pack Wolves. And I have 3 of them in this one. So we'll see what it does here in a second. Origins. It gets a +1/+1 for each other creature you control named Timber Pack Wolves, which you can only have a play set of. I mean, it's a 2-drop for a 2/2 that eventually could be, what, a 6/6 if you have all 4 of them out. But, like, I've kind of messed around with it. You could take it out for another Plummet and 2 Night Pack Ambushers. That would probably... it wouldn't hurt. Like, it's not going to be a bad trade-off for that, if you ask me. Alright, next one is Scourge Wolf. For 2 of. There's actually a decent amount of rares in this. I don't think any of these are very expensive, though. I don't think wolves are a very big, what do you call it, tribal deck to play. This has first strike. Scourge Wolf has double strike as long as there are 3, unless there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Chances are, what we have, an instant. No, wait, Plummet's a sorcery, isn't it? I mean, there's Planeswalker and creature. No, Plummet's an instant, so there's 4. We've been over 4 types. Instant, creature, Planeswalker, and land. So, I mean, there's 2. I mean, there's 4 altogether. There's enchantments in here. So, that one you could probably take out for something else. Maybe take them out for the Night Pack Ambusher. That would probably be the best thing to do. they're not going to be the best thing to have. Okay, so assembled alphas for a 2 of, I believe. Yes, that is correct. Eldritch Moon. Let's take a look. Load, please. When it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, deals 3 damage to that creature and 3 damage to that creature's controller. That's actually pretty good. It might be worth it having a third one of those in here. It's 6, but at least it's a 5/5, and when it blocks or becomes blocked, it's going to do damage. And they might not block it because they're going to take damage anyway. It's what's the mechanic that's like that was in what was it? It was like the Egyptian-esque one. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Amonkhet? Yeah, Amonkhet has a thing where if you block the creature, it's still going to do damage to you, but I can't remember what that ability is called off the top of my head. Alright, so now we have Deranged. What is it? Deranged Whelp for 2. It looks like this is what Shadows over Innistrad, also Eldritch Moon. I lied. Deranged Whelp, it has Menace. So this one's actually worth keeping. It's what? 2 or more creatures? It's not a very big creature, but it's a 2-drop with Menace. So if your opponent's having a slow time, you're going to be able to ping for 2 damage, at least. So it's something quick to get out, a nice quick blocker too. And now we have Ulrich's Kindred. Right, yep, Ulrich's Kindred for 2. And there you are. Shadows over Innistrad. Let's take a look. Trample. Target attacking wolf or werewolf gains indestructible until end of turn. This one is also, in my opinion, worth keeping in here. It's 4 mana to get that ability, but it has Trample. What is it? Nightpack Ambusher is going to give it a buff. So even if it's just a +1/+1, even if it's not a lot, it still has Trample. Or if you don't attack with it, if you have a bigger wolf out, you can give it indestructible and you don't have to worry about it dying. So that one's, in my opinion, is worth keeping in there. Ember Eye Wolf. This one I'm not sure about. This, you could probably take this one out. Granted, it's a common card, so it's, you know, probably worth replacing for something else. It gets a +2/+0 until end of turn. So it can be a 3/2. It has haste. So it depends on how quickly you want to get in to do some quick damage. I would maybe take it out. Alright, next card is Wolfkin. Wolfkin Bond, okay. And we have 2 of them. That's down here. Last card, Eldritch Moon. And what do you do? Whenever Wolfkin Bond enters the battlefield, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. It gets a +2/+2. Alright, so there's your bit of a buff card for one of your bigger wolves. Maybe something that, maybe that one that has First Strike. That would probably be the best thing to put it on, or the one that has Trample. Make it a little more of a threat. Alright, next one we have Howlpack Resurgence. Yep, for a 2 of. And it seems like, I don't think I've played this deck. If I have, I only played it once. But it looks like you want to create a lot of wolf tokens with this. Flash, enchant creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf gets a +1/+1 and has Trample. So, yeah, you're giving, like, little buffs to your wolves, but it seems like you're creating a lot of wolf tokens and trying to overwhelm your enemy quick. Because, obviously, you need to be careful because you don't have any flying stuff. So you need to get in quicker. Alright, so now we have Wolf Caller's Howl for 2 of, and they're both from that Commander set. It's going to be down here. Wolf Caller's Howl For 4 mana, at the beginning of your upkeep, put X 2/2 green wolf creature tokens on the battlefield, where X is the number of your opponents with 4 or more cards in hand. With how my friends are, it's usually a 4-player free-for-all. One of my friends has 4 or more cards in because he has card draw. So you'll at least get 1 wolf token out of it. Okay. So this next one is basically like Plummet. It's Clip Wings, which I have 2 of. Worth keeping in if you ask me. So, Shadows over Innistrad, destroy target creature with flying. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. So there, that covers both opponents, and I think it's the same converted mana cost as Plummet. Yeah, it is. So it might be worth it just to have 4 Clip Wings in instead of Plummets. Now, I have 2 Blinding Fogs in here. For this deck tech, I'm going to take it out, and I'm honestly probably going to tell you to put 2 more of these in here. That would be your best bet. Don't put Blinding Fog in. To me, it's a waste of a card. Yeah, it prevents damage. But as long as you can destroy their flying creatures and create enough tokens and buff your creatures enough, you should be okay. So, yeah, this one's going to give you a +1/+1 to all of your wolves and werewolves. And at the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast a spell, so towards mid-late game, you're going to get a wolf token out of it. You could have 3 of these in here and maybe put another Clip Wings in or something like that. Get rid of Timber Pack Wolves and, you know, do it that way. That's completely up to you guys. But I would probably get rid of Clip Wings, or not Clip Wings, Blinding Fog, and put something else in. Alright, so the last card we have is Howl of the Night Pack. Usually, with a lot of these decks there's 2 or 4 cards in here that you can probably move around and get rid of. And then if you look through, like, you can get rid of some cards. Like, Deranged Whelp, if there's a rare card, a rare wolf card, or a rare werewolf card that you want to put in there, go ahead. Like, it's just, these are the cards I had that I put in the deck. So, you know, it's, once you play around, you look at it, you can probably find cheaper options. You can find more expensive options. Okay, so this is from M14, Howl of the Night Pack. Put a 2/2 green wolf creature token on the battlefield for each forest you control. Now, this one might be worth taking out too for 7 mana, unless you're going to get 7 2/2 wolves. I don't think it's worth it. There's only 9 forests in here, and the chances of getting all 9 of them probably pretty slim. So I would probably take that one out to put something else in. Look at, I mean, you can do your little research. You can just type in MTG Wolves and go through a couple websites. We'll just bring up all the wolf subtype stuff, and you can search and look. All right. So we got 6 enchantments, 5 instants, 2 sorceries, 2 planeswalkers, and 23 creatures. Look at the details. All right, so mana distribution split. My mana source is split 50-50. Mana distribution 76 and 24. So I only have 12 red sources and 38 green sources. So it might be better to maybe take a couple mountains out and throw a couple forests in there. And it's like a little Wi-Fi tower, reverse Wi-Fi tower. A lot of 2-drops, some 3-drops, and it just slowly gets lower than that. What is the most expensive card? I'm not looking at fucking lands. $1.52 for 2 Wolf Callers Howl. And $2 for Skella Wolf. And as you can see, it's $12. This is probably the cheapest deck. I saw it. If you don't get the lands like this, that's $2 off. So it's a $10 deck. That's probably one of the cheaper decks I've had. It's not the best deck, obviously. If you find ways to create more wolf tokens and get wolf tokens out quicker, that'd probably be the best thing to do. Like, there's some cards you can take out. You could probably get more expensive wolves. But like I said, wolves are not a very big tribal deck from what I understand. And there's only, as you can see, Eldritch Moon and Shadows over Innistrad. Like, all the Innistrad kind of stuff is where you're going to get most of them. All right. We can look at our starting hand, see what we get here. Timber Gorge, good start to do that. Then we have a mountain. And, oh, there you go. Deranged Whelp. You just drew. Play it. It doesn't have haste, but you'll be able to swing for 2 next turn. Play the forest, swing in for 2. And then you can play Silver Fur Partisan. Chances are that ability isn't going to happen, but you have it just in case. There is that. I play this. You have 4 out. Night Pack Ambusher. So you swung for 2, right? And then swing it again for 3, so 5. Yeah, so that'd be 5, 6, 7 damage right now. They'd probably block one of them. They're probably going to have to block this. So they're taking 5 damage now. Draw a card. And we don't have enough mana to play this yet. That's 5. Wait a minute. Yeah, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I play this on Deranged Whelp, actually. It gets a +2/+2. So it has this. So it is now a 4/3, a 5/4, and it has Menace, and you get another wolf token. So now you can attack with all of this stuff. Chances are they're probably going to block this. And if they block this, they're probably going to try to block it to kill it. If not, they're going to block this, and they're going to take 4, 5, 6 instead of just... I mean, yeah, that's probably what they'd end up doing, because they would take 5, 6, 7 this way. But they'd have to use 2 to block it. So let's say they eat this. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. And they use their other blockers to block these. This will probably die. So turn 4, you're actually... That's pretty good by turn 4. That's 5, 10, 14 damage already, I think, is what you've done. No. So, yeah, 14 damage. Then, let's see here. You could play Witch Stalker. And I don't know if... let's assume they have some kind of flying creature. You could play Clip Wings. Make them sacrifice a creature. Then go in and attack with these 2. And hopefully by then, if they had to sacrifice a creature, they are not blocking this. And they're going to take 6 again, or 5 again. Yeah, they're going to end up taking 5 again. So they're down pretty far right now. So you can play this. And you have a wolf creature token out. I would swing with everything at turn 6, and you might actually be able to win by turn 6, to be honest. Having Deranged Whelp there, I mean, unless it got blocked and died, but seeing how they need 2 creatures to block it, and you had it on turn 2, they wouldn't be able to block it when you first attacked. Highly doubtful unless they're playing something that gives them a bunch of 1-drops, which my friends... I'm going with what my friends have. They wouldn't have anything... They probably wouldn't have anything turn 1. My one friend probably would. But they're not going to have 2 creatures out by turn 2. So... Or by turn 3. They're not going to have 2 creatures out. So you're gonna ping for 2 damage. Next turn comes... You play something else. You can... if they don't have another creature, you're attacking with it again. and then turn 3 comes and you're able to play stuff to give it a buff. Like it can, as you can see, it probably can overwhelm pretty quickly. All right, so we can look at the probabilities, and that's where we'll end the video. So if you guys could please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. You can follow me over on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next one.